Wednesday here at Clemson Sports News at the CSN studios here in Clemson. We're about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies. We had to reset. My dog was going off. I mean, he would not stop barking, so I had to stop the show and restart. So sorry about that. Had to put Simon away. He was getting a little too fired up about the delivery guy that just showed up. But either way, just wanted to talk a little football today. Guys, a lot of good stuff going on. Go to ClemsonSportsNews.com. Check out all the cool stuff we've been posting out of practice, the updates. We're breaking down the position groups. We start out with quarterbacks last week. We did running backs this week. Earlier in the week, I did tight ends just today. We'll talk about tight ends a little bit here in a minute. We had our staff down there at Clemson today, taking care of getting content and getting it out here to you guys through our social media platforms. Go check them out, our Facebook feed, Instagram, and our Twitter feed, and you'll see photos and images from practice today. We break down what we saw there a little later today. We're going to go over about that stuff. We're going to go over that stuff and put it into an article tomorrow and break it down and tell you what we saw and give you our take from the visit to practice today. Tigers are over there in Jervey Meadows behind the baseball field all week. And usually when Dabo puts them over there, it's for the grinder part of camp. It's usually about 98 degrees and they're out there sweating. And this week they got the break with the weather. And I'll be honest with you, I've been around Dabo a long time. He does not like it when the weather gets cool at practice. He wants those guys to pretty much test themselves physically and mentally and get them completely in shape by breaking them in that heat. I mean, that's the way you do it. You acclimate yourselves to the conditions because I mean, come football season, there's always September games. You know they're going to be hot. You know that first game August 30 is probably going to be about 85, 90 degrees at kickoff with some soupy air inside Death Valley. But some other news, again, rumor. I'm going to put this out there as rumor, unsubstantiated, not confirmed rumor, but a lot of talk on the social media right now, all about Garrett Nussmeier, the LSU quarterback, was hurt at practice today and carted off the field with an injury. Now, folks have come back and said he's injured. He has a torn ACL. And then other folks are coming back saying, no, he's not injured at all. So we're going to figure this one out. But right now, it's not confirmed. But if it is confirmed, that's big news. Huge news. The game just changed completely. You'll see a lot of people in Las Vegas. That line will go from 3.5 point favorite to probably, I would say, 6 or 7. If Clemson literally has to play a backup quarterback. And other things I'm hearing about LSU is I'm hearing out of their media that has been to camp. They're reporting that the offensive line is having big-time issues handling their defensive line, and they can't get a running game going, and Nussmeier doesn't have much time to throw the football. So that's not good news because you got to remember, they had to replace the majority of that offensive line because their number one offensive tackle in the NFL draft came from those guys, and they sent like 3 guys to the league. They gotta replace a lot of snaps and a lot of bodies in there. And they got great quality recruits, but God, you're gonna play game 1 at Clemson as an offensive right or left tackle at night. When your coaches call out Clemson for being Death Valley Junior, man, they're not gonna be able to hear themselves that first snap. You want to see? I'll say it right now: the over/under for 5 offensive false start penalties on LSU. I'm gonna say it's over. I said that I literally say that they're over. They'll be over by the time they'll go 5 easy false start penalties in this game. Not a problem. But that's what I'm hearing, just talking to folks. Now, let's go back to talking about the Tigers here. Practice, I broke down the tight ends. So if you open up the article I wrote, it's about it says, who's stepping up to fill Jake Brenningstool's shoes. I mean, obviously, Brenningstool takes the gig with the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. Represented himself well while he was here at Clemson. And it's a lot, he's got a lot of production. He was a productive guy. He was there. He was that third down guy. If it wasn't Antonio Williams, it was Brenningstool he was looking for. Cade Klubnik every third down. So who's going to be that guy? Is it going to be Olsen Pat Henry, the front runner? Because Olsen Pat had a pretty productive season last year. I think one game he had a couple touchdown catches in, and showed himself as an option. Is it going to be Josh Sapp? Patrick Sapp's son, who's been on the team for like 4 years now, and has played very well. Yeoman-like work out of him so far. I think Patrick is a great on-the-line tight end, and so is Olsen Pat Henry. Both those guys can block. Okay, but third, here's the guy I got my eye on. out of the whole roster, this is the guy I got my eye on this year, Christian Benton-Core. He's got the most upside of any prospect we have on that tight end room. In that tight end room, this guy is going to be a special football player. Okay, think of Davis Allen meets Dwayne Allen. How about that? And both of those guys played pro football. Okay, so Benton-Core is something special. We haven't had our chances to watch yet, guys, and we're about to see something happen here. That's the guy. Then there's Logan Brooking, the freshman, who comes very highly rated. Lots of accolades coming out of school. We'll see. Then there's the wild card, Ian Shefflin, the 6'7" basketball star who knows how to play in space. You know they're going to have to dial some stuff up for Ian in the red zone. Some of those 50-50 balls need to be 70, 30, 80, 20s, and he'll be able to go up and get those kind of balls if you put him in the right spot. I put him up against anybody, one-on-one, going straight up, he wins the battle. It gets that basketball stuff, man. He knows how to position himself and fight for space. So that's going to be fun to watch. And we break down and talk about Kyle Richardson, the coach for the tight ends, and how he's rolled himself into that role over the last couple of years after being an exec, as being a prominent analyst for the offense for years. Kyle came from Northwestern High School, over there, a very prominent high school football program here in the state. Did very well with it, and came over and took a part on the staff a few years back. Helped out a lot in recruiting. But a great coach. But yeah, go read the article. It's on Clemson Sports News right now on the website, clemsonsportsnews.com. And hey, don't forget, Ingles, our title sponsor, guys. Love the savings. Low prices, love the savings. Ingles, you gotta love those folks. 200 and plus locations across 5 states in the Southeast, man. We represent all of them through our website. The guys at Benson Ford over there in Easley, South Carolina, the best and the number 1 Ford dealer in the upstate. That would be Mr. Crow and that bunch over there on 123, right across from the Walmart on 123 in Easley. And then there's Oakway Tractor. And you got Oakway Tractor, and you got Mr. Andy and the gang over there at Oakway Tractor. You got those guys are on 123 leaving Seneca on your way to Westminster. You'll see them on the right there. Right after you pass the Walmart complex and all that stuff, go on, you hit the curve, and you look over to the right, and you'll see a giant storage place where you store boats and cars, storage lot. And you'll see right there, Oakway Tractor, lots of orange tractors and stuff there, all the way over there in Westminster. On the way to Westminster, sorry. But hey, man, lots of cool storylines. I think the Adam Randall storyline in the running back room is a big one. I think he's starting to really take hold. I think you might see Adam Randall as the starting running back coming out with 1A, 1B kind of thing with him coming out, and then Davidson getting some roles, and then Easy sliding in there, and then the other guys getting some space in there somewhere. I don't know where they're going to get all these touches for these guys, but each one of these guys, like I explained in the article, it's like a Swiss Army knife. Each one comes with a different kind of characteristic and a feature that you can use them as, and a couple of them are combos, like Gideon Davidson's a combo of everything. He's got it all going on, except for the size, but he's got size. At 5'9", he's just bulked up. He's almost 200 pounds. So, guys, so much going on. Read ClemsonSportsNews.com. Go by and see our website. Visit our sponsors. They're everywhere, man. We got sponsors. We just re-signed just yesterday. The coolest folks, man. These folks own the Liquor Guys. It's on Wells Highway, okay? It's right there at the Marathon gas station on Wells Highway. After you turn right off of 123, you go up Wells Highway about 1.5 miles. It's on the right there, okay? You got the Liquor Guys. They also own the Gas Vault, which is the gas station in Clemson, which is located, it's a Marathon. It's located right there next to the Old Gold's Gym. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Across from Bojangles on Highway 93 where 123 meet. That's the Gas Vault, okay? And then they have a place in Belton called Mr. P's Liquors, guys, in Belton, Honeypath, in downtown Belton. Go find them, man. Great people. They just renewed for a second year here at Clemson Sports News. And without their help and the other dozens and dozens and dozens of sponsors that we have, we wouldn't be able to do what we do for you guys. That's give you guys free 24/7, 365 news coverage of all things Clemson. So, guys, we're going to call it a day for today on Wednesday. We will talk to you guys again on Friday and have a breakdown of the rest of the week's practice. Also, we're going to do wide receivers between now and Friday, a breakdown of that group and talk about those guys. Just today, you had Wesco and Antonio Williams nominated for the Bolitnikoff Award, which is is the wide receivers Heisman thing. So you got Tigers nominated for everything. We'll go over that too next week on Friday. We'll go over all the awards. I'm gonna write them all down, and we're gonna go over all these players and what their chances are. Okay, because we got some guys with some good chances to pick home some big hardware this year. The potential is through the roof for this football team. Again, a lot of hype, a lot of talk. We're going to break it all down on Friday, talk some more football. But again, go by ClemsonSportsNews.com. Check out all the good stuff we got there. Visit our sponsors and have a great day, guys. Go Tigers, and we will see you guys on Friday.